Hello, welcome back. In this video, we will learn about the font shorthand property in CSS. So this is basically just font. We have learned about font family, font weight, line height, and so on and so forth. So we can combine many of the things by this. So as you can see, these are the constituent properties, which is font family, font size, font stretch, font style, font variant, font weight, and line height, basically. Okay, and the syntax is a little bit complicated, but we will do that. Okay, so what we have to do basically, it must include the values for font size and font family, and then optionally you can do font style, font variant, font weight, font stretch, and line height. Okay, and if you go with line height, it must immediately follows the font size placed by slash, something like this. So it is a bit complicated. Okay, but we will get through that. So what we can do, we can go to the code editor, and one of the things which we have, this UL, it doesn't have the any sort of font. So let's do the font. And first of all, we have to do what I just forget. So we have to do the font size and font family. So font size, we will use pixels, but we will definitely learn about this units, and then we will do the font family. Okay, so let's go with something like this. So if I go here, yeah, so let's do something like this, the first one, it will be very easier to understand. So let's do 20, not 20, 50 or 60 pixel, and then we have to get the font family, which I want to use is Meriwether and then serif. So Meriwether and serif and semicolon. Save and go here inside of my browser, and as you can see, our list are there. Okay, list items are there and the style has changed. Okay, and what you can do, you can go to here, I will go with something like 20, this might be enough, and go to the documentation, not this one, this one, and we can do something like, if I go here, font style, font variant, line height must immediately follow the font size with something like this. Okay, so if I go here and do 20 pixel by 4, so 4 times 20, I believe. So let's go here and go to the browser, and as you can see, now the line height has increased significantly. So this is basically the font shorthand, and usually I do not use this much often because I like to do the font styling in separate CSS properties. It is more readable and it is not that much complex, because as you remembered, I just forget about the syntax. So yeah, but I just wanted to let you know, like, hey, this sort of thing exists. And yeah, this is the font shorthand. So if I go to the browser once again, if I go here, yeah, so let's do something like this. Let's copy, yeah, something like this. So let's copy that and let's see how that looks into our paragraph. Okay, so paragraphs is there. So paragraph, font family, just get rid of that, do that. Okay, and we have to add font here, and it is sensitive, but I want to use the Meriwether font once again. Okay, so I can do that and then hit the comma, and yeah, let me just put up the quotes there, so it should work. So if I go to the browser, and as you can see, it is working. So what is happening here, we have small caps, and then we have the bold font weight, and then we have the line height with the font size. Font size is 24 pixel, line height is 1, and then we have the font family. And you might be wondering, what is the small caps? Small caps is if we go here, as you can see, it is the like the font style basically, right? The font style. Yeah. Okay, so this is the font style. All right, so this is the CSS property for font, which we do not use that much, but just wanted to let you know. All right.